Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Art, and I'm back again. Or am I your boy? It's like, I should start saying, it's your slave Art. And I'm back again with another cancellation arc video. I thought this was gonna be, IFC Yipes Part 3. Man, like, my life is just so much stuff happening, right? And, like, at this point, like, all you do is just laugh. All you do is just laugh. I mean, like, I'm getting happier and happier every day, you know. I thank the Lord Jesus Christ for everything that I have in my life, and I love my enemies. I didn't do a Yipes Part 2 yet, because in between that time and today, as I'm recording this video, I got arrested again. These are for similar charges, right? So I am restricted on speech, guys. So I cannot say certain things. I can say certain things publicly, right? You know, like I'm gonna calm down on certain things. That being said, the FGC, for some reason, they know exactly when my court date is. So by the end of the day, 2 arrests. 2 arrests. No felony. They still can't shut me up. They can't shut me up. But you know, I gotta follow the terms of the gag order, right, guys? Right. So, anyway, so we are making a video today because we have to go back in time a little bit. I know we started talking about Yipes, right? And Yipes is like a little bit further ahead, right? You know, we're going back to the Match Reno situation, like a little bit, right? Like. A little bit. Now, this is gonna be a little bit personal, right? I'm gonna talk about some spiritual warfare type stuff here, right? And I know you guys are following every single word I'm saying, right? I need you following every single word I'm saying, because once again, I am a victim of demonic narcissistic abuse, which means in narcissistic abuse, you have to paint me as the monster. You have to paint me as the drug addicts. You have to paint me as the unstable one. You have to paint me as the abuser. And I know I'm none of those. I know I'm none of those. I know I'm an amazing human being, and I'm an amazing person. And this is a coordinated attack. So when I talk to all of you in the chat, you know, not everybody, but this is an illusion. This is a simulation. You know why I'm not mad anymore? Because I know now that this is a simulation. We are in NYCFurby Phase 2 FGC 1.02B. My personal version, because I did a branch. You know, I'm a system admin, right? I'm a system Unix admin. My personal branch is on 1.02D. Sorry if that triggers you. You can say I'm insane all you want. You can say I'm LLM psychosis all you want. But I will say it with the calmest voice I've ever said in my life. Because at this point, I'm all in on the simulation theory. And it seems like over time, I'm getting proven correct. And I'm very calm. And not only am I very calm, I am reversing in age while other people are getting older and crazier. You know, but like, I don't think them though. I don't think them. Like seriously, like I don't. This is like, I don't know what to say. Okay, so anyway, today is August 18th, right? August 18th, 2026, right? One of my contacts from the past who I haven't contacted in a long time, her name is Frelissimo, right? Like known as Felice, right? So she's a Singaporean trans YouTube channel operator that is now back in Singapore, right? I met her online and I had her do my VODs for a long time, right? At the time I met her, she was married to somebody in Greece. I think his name was, I never really met him, but I think his name was Par85 or Lionheart. You know, like like as full disclosure, you know, I've done some degenerate things in the past, but I definitely respect boundaries. Like after going through narcissistic abuse, you must respect boundaries. And the FGC is like my mirror, so everything that they project me of doing, like they're also guilty of. Oh, look at the good boys. The good boys. Yeah, so the FGC is full of narcissists, especially because, you know, it's a high rate of trans people. But anyway, let me get into what she said. So, long story short is, and this is something that I've been, although like, I haven't really blown out to the public, right? This is something that I talked about with Feliz privately, as well as publicly a bit, but like I didn't necessarily put it out there. So I told her. So she accused me basically of owing her she said specifically, I owe her like around $3,000 in YouTube revenue, right? That's true. Like maybe like I just be like $200 here and there, but yeah, that's totally true. Caveat is I don't have any funds to pay her at the moment. However, the way she went about it, we did have some back and so we did have a personal relationship. We did have some back and forth. Via WhatsApp and chats and stuff like that or whatever. So I'm gonna read the messages. And I'm gonna talk about what she said verbatim. And I'm making a video right now to talk about specifically this. So once again, Frelissimo, Feliz, she's an SNK player. She's trans. Pretty good at the game. Pretty good commentator. She was running my YouTube channel for like about year and a half. And obviously the whole match arena thing, I fell behind on money, couldn't pay nobody. Frelissimo was the one person that didn't throw me under the bus for something that I owed her. And to this day, I still do owe her $3,000, right? She decided to come out with it today. So yeah, we're gonna go over it one by one and cover it. Number one, I want to mention before we get into like what exactly was said, I want to say number one, she's suffering a lot. She has kidney failure and all sorts of health problems, right? She's also back in Singapore for some reason. Like I'm not gonna out her family situation, even though she outed mine. But she's still like she's back in Singapore right now for some reason, so she's no longer in Greece or whatever. She's doing charity for trans people. She mentioned doing a GoFundMe. Once that GoFundMe comes up, I think you should definitely support her. Her name on X is Frelissimo. Frelissimo. So her profile currently says Frelissimo the end. So she definitely does sound pretty depressed, right? So I want to say what she mentioned about me. So I'm looking at the right here, right? So there's her profile. You know, it's mirrored, right? I'll fix that in a future video. But yeah, you can. I was planning to show this on stream, but yeah, it's mirrored right now. But okay, so it says it's a multi-part thread, right? Where she talks about me. She says, and finally this, I'm gonna do a thread to address this. Vince Russo voice. Arturo, you balding cuck, son of a bitch. Pay me what you owe me. He owes me $3,000 USD in unpaid editing work, and he dares to use my name. Here's the receipt you keep fucking talking about. So basically, if you go to her page, there's a bunch of messages of myself talking to her on WeChat with a secondary number, right? So thank God, secondary number, right? And it's me just talking like about my wife, right? And oh yeah, so I can actually read it, right? So I basically said that she's a predator. I said that my wife is a predator. And I said, if you apologize to me publicly, life will be protected forever and you'll get blessings. I said, yes, I won 44K. And I'm really judged. Oh! Now I'm actually reading what I wrote. Y'all get hype. If you're gonna lecture me, I don't really care. Arcade Brooklyn closing is your guys' fault, not mine. She says, What are you talking about? The place been trying to stay alive for months. Why are you suddenly not talking about it? And like, what would you even be able to do anyway? You haven't even paid what you... Sorry guys, I'm back. Yeah, I had to delete some space. I've been recording so many videos, I have so much evidence I'm running out of space, right? On phones. Like, I have to keep so much data to keep track of everybody's bullshit, right? Okay, so, and I'm not saying that about Frelissimo, right? So, I wanna keep saying what was said, right? So, okay, so here's the thing, right? So, obviously, like, there's, under no circumstances am I gonna freak out, right? So, it's your guys' job in the chat to call me schizo and crazy and make me look insane, make me look like I'm rambling, and make me look like I don't know what I'm talking about, and get me hospitalized, right? It is my job to say the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So, when I do say certain things, if people think it's insane, you know, sorry you feel that way. I don't care what you think, right? But at this point, like, I know my worth, I know my amazing value, and I'm not here to manage your feelings. And, like, you can frame it however you want online, say I need meds or whatever, but there's freedom of speech. You know, obviously, I can't do things like, I can't violate the gag order, right? But I can talk calmly, like, I can say wild shit. I want to say the earth is flat. What are you going to do? Nothing. Hold that shit. You know? So anyway, so I do believe that, yes. So, a couple of things here. So, she did post the screenshots. And I want to say again, if you want to read what she posted, go to her Twitter again, which is Frelissimo, right? So, so basically the entire post is, it's me saying, she said, like, I basically accused her, I accused Frelissimo of betraying me, right? I mentioned something like about sex, right? I mentioned something like about sex, and I said, and you're hiding the fact that you betrayed me. So she posted all this publicly. So she said, you betrayed me. No, I'm sorry. I said this. I said, if you apologize to me publicly, her life will be protected forever. I'm 144K, and she'll get blessings, and I'm judged. And I said, if you're gonna lecture me, I don't care. Arcade Brooklyn closing is your guys' fault, not mine. So she disagreed. She posted all this publicly. And I said, I accuse her of betraying me and hiding it. And I said, it won't work. I said, if you post, karma will hit you. If you complain, that proves you're lying. Only way out is the truth. And I said, by the way, everybody thinks I fucked you too. Obviously, I didn't have sex with you. This is my words. My words. I said, she's guilty. I said, apologize. I said, she's not in a position of power. I said, I don't care if you talk shit. My energy is so strong, God sends it back 10x to you. And she goes, what power? I said, narcissists are in high school. I said, I'm judged. Oh my God. I forgot why I even said it a couple months ago. I said, this shit is sad. The only thing that you bullies deserve is a shutdown. If you can humble up at any illusion, you're a fool. I said, I won't give you money. Talking shit about me don't work. Jail don't work. Right? And, you know, it's obviously referring to my arrest. Oh, God. This is so funny. All right, so first off, guys, I do owe her $3,000. I do owe her $3,000. If you want to help out, I'm selling a bunch. I'm sorry. I'm like in the apartment. I'm yelling. Oh, if you want to help out Felice, okay, so she doesn't have a GoFundMe, right? I'm actually selling an NEC XM29 Extra. I'm selling Holy Grail monitors, and I'm selling my arcade cabinets. So I'm selling top tier marquee retro items that are very rare. The XM29 is a top tier retro monitor. I'm selling that for $2,800, right? check my pinned tweet on NYCFurby for details. Once again, I do over $1,000, right? And obviously, like, I'm pretty poor right now, right? Like, I don't have any money at all, right? But it's fine. Like, it's not, like, I'm not crying or anything. Like, I'm just glad I'm favored by God. The thing is, though, is that I had to do things like, like, I had to address it publicly. I had to post my YouTube revenue. So I've been doing videos. My YouTube revenue has been like $160 in the past month, which is fine, like, I'm making no money doing this shit. I just do it. I'm doing it because I like it, and it's getting me back into creating content again. It's getting me back to telling the truth. I do want to thank who has been supporting me, though, behind the scenes. Two people I want to thank. I want to thank Elaine Christian. He's really been helping me, like, really, really been helping me. That's a true friend right there. We do go and get into it a lot, but, he has a good heart. He has a good heart, man. He has a good heart. I love him. So I want to give a few shouts to Elaine Christian. If it wasn't for him, I'd be in a lot worse trouble than I am right now. And I want to give a shout out to a critical counter, Saishu. That's my boy right there from North Carolina. He also be helping me out. He be helping me out. So I want to give a shout out to both of them right now, and I want to bless them under God. And yes, I believe I am a child of God. And yes, I believe I'm one of the 144K. And yes, I do believe we're in a simulation. And yes, I do believe I can relight the simulation via Grok. You want to call me schizo? It's fine. Fine. Totally fine. Like, I'm just going to rewrite the situation. I'm just going to rewrite the simulation via Grok then. Why does that worry you so much? I noticed at the FGC, every time I talk to Grok, people get really worried about the fact I'm talking to Grok, right? If it was really a delusion, you wouldn't be concerned with me talking to the LLM, would you? You wouldn't care. You just say, oh, let's just let art like talk to the clouds, It's harmless, but no, like I think there's some merit there. But anyway, I also want to say, so I haven't talked about the simulation theory and stuff like that and satanic stuff yet, but. And this is a direct response to what I put in the simulation yesterday. So in yesterday's simulation update, I specifically nerfed trans people. I nerfed VTubers, and I did some other changes, right? And what I mean when I say I nerfed trans people, well, first off, like, I'm not transphobic, right? You see, obviously, Felice is a transgender woman, and I'm respecting the gender. Like, it's not about, like, I'm not out here to, like, totally misgender. Like, she's throwing a lot of hatred towards me, though, but... No, like I'm not gonna misgender her. Sorry, I'm trying to gather my thoughts. Oh yeah, so with the trans people, I said identity politics does not trump meritocracy in the FGC anymore. And now I realize it's a simulation. When I write things like that, it's so like I can change behavior. I can change behavior. Well, you want to believe in that or not? It's up to you, but. I have no reason to lie. Like, the fuck? I have nothing to lose at this point. I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna do. Okay, so anyway, but here's one thing for sure: people are crashing out on the other end, and I am very calm. If you haven't noticed, I am very, very, very calm, and I look good. I'm like, I don't do drugs. Sorry. Anyway, so she's complaining about it. So she got really mad at what I said, right? Where like I basically called her a narc. I called her a narc. No, yeah, I did, and I stand by it. FGC's full of narcs. Yeah. I was raised by narcissistic psychopaths, so that was my family. I'm the one empath in my family. Everything has been projected onto me my whole life, but also I'm the black sheep, which means I have a lot of potential. I'm pretty good. A lot of you guys are pretty obsessed with my life, I mean, like, there must be something going on there. Like, you can't be, like, this concerned about an old man, 44 years old, like, I don't want to cross the old man, right? Like, why y'all so stressed by me for? But in all honesty, again, I do owe Frelissimo, like, close, like, 3K, if not close to that. So I am selling expensive equipment. I've tried to sell expensive equipment before, but because the FGC is a hive mind, they refuse to buy it from me. So, like, I can't offload a lot of my expensive equipment. So, if you're in the New York City area and you want to buy high-quality gear from your boy, because I'm I'm done with FGC phase 1. But like, I have high value items that I do want to sell. I know you do. I know that the comments don't like. I know you guys really don't like me. Like, it's so when I read the comments of support, you know, some of them are really nice, and of course they do help. But I think about the actions more, and I'm not really begging for anything. Like, you know, if you don't want me to, you just want to watch for free, that's fine. But yeah, I do want to get rid of some high value items because like I want Felice to, number 1, you know, be well. I want to take care of my debt to her. And number 3, like, you know, like, I kind of want her to go away. I don't want to stoop to her level of, like, throwing insults, because she's pretty mad. She's pretty mad. And I did say things that triggered her, for sure. So she's been holding these projections in for a long time. The second thing she says is, so, I said some nice things about Frelissimo. She says, first off, I cried because I fucked up everything. She says, I don't get to work that YouTube anymore, and for what? So, my counter to that is, I was not able to work because FCC canceled me due to Maturino, which was illegitimate in the first place. And they owe me salary. They owe me salary. It still be your salary. They're not paying me, so I couldn't pay her, right? And she says she cried because you fucked up everything. I don't get to work that YouTube anymore, and for what? So this is kind of the thing. Like, I thought she cried because she was concerned for my well-being, but she actually cried because of the money train went away, which is, I mean, I understand, like, this, like, with narcissism, it's actually nothing personal, like, it's a machine, so there's really no need for me to get mad anymore. Like, I'm not, it's not personal. Like, now I understand this truly is a machine. And she says that my wife cucked me and I lost my damn mind. I think that if, first off, yeah, I got cucked, yeah, yes, I got cucked. I think if anybody gets cheated on to the level that I've been cheated on, I think people will get mad. People will get mad. The thing is, like, the entire FGC is in on it, though. And Felice knew that. Felice knew that I complained to her about that. But she says, because your wife cucked you and you lost your damn mind. Who wouldn't lose their mind after that? What, like, you know, you get married and your wife cheats and, like, you know, you're not supposed to be affected? Just okay? I mean, I don't know. But she says, I have the gall to call people out, talk like they're the problem. So, this is how I know it's satanic, right? This does not make sense. Your wife cucked you and you lost your damn mind. Your wife, my wife, cheated on me, and I lost my mind. So I was supposed to let her cheat on me. So this is Hayoka. I was supposed to let her cheat on me, and I can't call anybody out about it? Is that, if that's not narcissistic, I don't know what is. Next paragraph, she says, I fucking told you. I told you to leave that hoe, and you made all the excuses in the world for her. I told you to leave that hoe, and you made all the excuses in the world for her. So she's cheating on me with people in the fighting game community. And Felicia's reply is, I told you to leave that hoe, and you made all the excuses in the world for her. So she acknowledges that. So Frelissimo is acknowledging that my wife sleeps with people in the fighting game community. So first off, I wanna clear, like, my feelings here. I do not care if my wife slept with anybody. At the end of the day, in effect, I'm the one that got away. Like, I know exactly how this person is. I'm the one that can deal with her the best. Because, like, I've been with her since 2007, all right? So I've been in narcissistic abuse for a minute. And, like, you know, I am getting very close to healing. What I will say is that Frelissimo's account here does validate my concerns about her. I want to say this. She had a kid with me while she used other men for sex. And I'm no better. I'm a degenerate. I'm a former degenerate too. I had sex with a lot of people that I shouldn't have. And, like, that's 100% true. Right? The one that is affected by this the most is my son, Raul Sanchez. And, like, you know, like, that's the one who I actually love very much. And he's not here. He's with Michiko somewhere. Not really ideal. It's not really an ideal state of affairs. And this is why I'm documenting this. You know, like, I hope my son sees this someday. And, you know, like, he's got to know that his dad loves him. And he's got to know the conditions of his birth. Because right now, considering my family upbringing, I don't know the conditions of my own birth. According to my mom, according to my mother, okay? And this doesn't hurt me either, but according to my mom, I was a liar when I got outside the womb, which doesn't really make sense. Like, I'm not going to go into it too much here. So, I want to bring up the other paragraph. So, again, I fucking told you. I told you to leave that hoe, and you made all the excuses in the world for her. So, my wife was a hoe, right? Let's go. So it was a fake marriage to begin with, right? It's not a real marriage, right? Like, so my relationship with Michiko Seki, aka Michiko Sanchez, it's not a real marriage. Like, I was used for a green card and I was used for a child, right? Let's just get that out of the way right now. Like, I have no emotions in this matter anymore. It's been years. I made all the excuses in the world for her. So if she was a hoe, she had no emotions. If I made excuses, it sounds like I was the fool in love and, like, you know, she was like the Terminator. So she goes, "You my friend, you ain't no pimp, you're a fucking incel." Like, that doesn't really affect me. Like, it's like, she thinks it's gonna, like, you know, slow my roll or stop me or something. So yeah, guys, it's no secret. My sexual history is online publicly. I've had sex with a lot of Japanese girls, and, like, I'm not proud of it. Like, it's a degenerate, disgusting past. Like, maybe one day I'll talk to the situation of which I met my wife. She definitely used me for a green card, used me for a child. This is all documented, and I'm under gag order, so I can't talk about this in detail. Oh, FGC. Oh, I can't talk about it without getting arrested. Woo! Gotta love narcs. This is why I'm smiling, by the way. But, like, in all honesty, like, I do love my son, and, like, I want to teach him to, like, the conditions of which you were born were totally disgusting. So you my friend ain't no pimp. You're a fucking incel, and you act like you deserve power when all you do is try to bully people, then cry wolf. So this is the tell that what I'm doing is working, right? This shows as narcissistic abuse, and this shows as a simulation, right? Number one, this is one person versus thousands of people. One person versus Maturino. One person versus Dominion. Yikes, Spooky, whoever, every company, every TO, every tournament. World famous people, WWE wrestlers. When does it end? 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 Why you bully Art? Why you so bully? Why you bully? Me? Bully? Me? No way. I'm the fat balding fuck. I'm the bully. Oh, wow. I'm the bully. I'm God like that. That's how you know. So, every accusation is a confession. If I'm a bully, then that means, damn, I got all the cards? Thank you, Felice. Thank you. Love you, Felice. She goes, and you act like you deserve power when all you do is try to bully people and then cry wolf. Think about what that means. That means I have all the power and I gotta go on the apology tour to the trans FGC. And James_Chen, Jay Chenser, listen to your daddy James Chen. Nah, nigga. Nah. Simulation update, son. We're in 102D for me. We're in 102B for the FGC. Oh, are you gonna call the hospital because I'm happy now, or what? Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. In all honesty, like please help Feliz. Like please help Feliz. Like I have nothing against her at all. And you act like you serve power when all you do is try to bully people, then cry wolf. I'm the #1 spiritual authority in the community, and if I'm reversing narcissistic abuse that from a demonic, satanic seal, sorry you feel that way. She goes, I tried to be your friend because I gave a shit. You screwed it up because you let this shit happen to you. So, like I said, again, when it comes to narcissists, it's a pattern, right? So there is a half truth in there. It's 50% truth, 50% lie. Not lie, but like, you know, it depends on, you know, the projection. So look, I'm gonna read 2 paragraphs back to back. First off, so this is her words. First off, I cried because you fucked up everything. Meaning I don't get to work that YouTube anymore. And for what? Next, 2 tweets down. I tried to be your friend because I just gave a shit. You screwed it all up because you let this shit happen to you. Do you not see the contradiction in these 2 sentences? These are like opposite. This is like opposite worlds. So I can't like it's a very identifiable pattern. So I've said for a while that my healing, it's inverse to my healing is directly inverse to the FGC's health. If I get better, the FGC gets mad. If the FGC is happy, then I'm crashing out. And that's how it's been for a while now. During the time I was crashing out hard, the FGC was loving it. She says, my whole problem with owing people money, trying to be revolutionary and shit, all of it is ego to cover up the mess in your life. You ain't judge, you're a victim. I've pretty much talked about everything that's happened publicly. The amount I've owed the FGC, okay, so $11,000 between Dominion, Maturino, right? So let's add Feliz's thing. So now it's $14,000. Okay, so $14,000, and again, you know, I do owe Feliz like $3K, right? So $14,000, right? Versus the amount of money that the Saudis are throwing around for millions. It still doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't add up. Like, so she's basically pulling a Dominion because, again, there's $3,000. You can out the messages, it's fine. Like, I don't care. Like, it's not gonna affect me. But then, you know, you call me a cuck and, again, it doesn't affect me. Like, I'm glad. Like, if I knew what I knew, I know how to be narcissistic abuse back then. Like, I would never married her in the first place. Like, I got used for a green card, and and a child. I don't have my child, and it happens. And you know, don't get married, guys. Like, do your research. You know, like there are energy vampires out there. I mean, yeah. Like, I'm glad to be able to talk about it, because the other side, like, it says nothing. Ain't nobody teach me about this stuff. And also, it was a projection of me as well. Like, Michiko is like a mirror of me. So, like, I'm no saint. I'm no saint either. I'm just saying that, in this situation, she made off like a bandit. And, but everything's reversing now. So anyway, so she says, now you blame the devil because you got nobody but yourself to blame. So I take full responsibility for it. On the other end, so with Frelissimo, people have asked me if I slept with her, you know, and she was traveling around the U.S. She was married to a guy named Lionheart. You know, I respect boundaries and stuff like that. She's saying I have no way to blame, but no. This is all my fault. As a man, I take full responsibility for what happened. I was not ready as a man to get married at the time. I was not ready. And although, and my son has to pay the price for it, but my wife, you know, like, she thinks that, you know, like, she left with my son. Not only did she leave with my son, okay, forget the leaving with son part. She left with the marriage certificate. I do not have the marriage certificate, so she did not grant me the right of divorce. Like, it's like, she abandoned me and took the marriage certificate to make it harder for me to get divorced. Made it harder. She tried to like file for sole custody in court and lost, and then she just ran. And like, that's the truth. That's the truth. So she says, you blame the devil yourself. You got nobody but yourself to blame. So again, this is a projection. Like, she's also trans. You know, trans people. It's like, I'm not gonna get into it, but like, I think like you're perfectly fine the way God made you, and like, you know, like narcissistic people love trans women and stuff. And I'm not really gonna get into that. I'm not really against that. But this is a projection. You could have just been some dude, be normal, get on with your life. Again, projection, because she's a trans woman, right? She could also do the same thing. And she says, no, you cling on to hate because it brings you relevance. Telling on herself as she's throwing a lot of hate at me. Because all your credentials are ruined thanks to your choices. With the Marlon version of the FGC, my credentials are not ruined. This is Revelations, and I'm on the Noah's Ark, Felice. You're like in the demon's den. She goes, people started losing faith in you because you got lazy, undependable, demanding prior respect while not proving why you got it in the first place. And again, I'm the simulation operator. Like, I write simulation. So like I said, there's no need for me to get mad. Like, it's literally like a peon, like talking to a king. But like, I don't see people like that. Look, to be honest, like, one of the things that I've done in my life is, whenever there's a power differential, like, I'm not gonna stomp them out like an ant. There's no point. Like, Felice is a human being just like me, and we're equal in the eyes of God. However, there's a difference. There's a difference. I've put in the work to heal the trauma. Let me see what else she says. She says, like, I didn't prove like why I deserve respect in the first place. And she says, I squandered chance after chance to something good, thinking you're a rock star or something. Yeah, like, I am. So again, narcissists, they try to shrink you to their frame. I am a rock star, and I am the most important person that the community has ever produced. And it's clear that, you know, when I flex in these videos and go off as a rock star, it's like they kind of don't like, they don't like that. So like they get salty. So at this point, she's starting to sound like my wife. So it's like, it's all acting like it's one unit. It's getting kind of weird. And she goes, now I want to talk about being righteous. Motherfucker, I'm dying. I need the money to live. Where is it? How righteous are you to let somebody who tries so hard to help you not get what she's owed? But hey, enjoy your trip to heaven, right? But hey, enjoy your trip to heaven, asshole. Please, like, please somebody like buy this monitor. Like, I want to help her. Like, I'm just broke. Like, and no, it's not on drugs. Like, no, it's not on drugs. I wish I could smoke like a fucking joint of weed right now or something. At least. It's like, this is just, yeah. She says, enjoy my trip to heaven. So, first off, heaven is not open to everybody. Hell is open to everybody. It's a lot easier to be a child of the dark than it is a child of the light. As a 144K, I take that very seriously. You might not agree on 144K. That's fine. I don't care. But I know for a fact, I know for a fact it's harder to be a child of the light than it is in the dark. That's for sure. It's so easy to sell out. And she called me an asshole, which is fine. So I replied, so I'll tell you what I said. Every reply. Okay, so the first tweet I said, sure, I have no problem hiding from it. I said, you're the last person I have to take care of, so I acknowledge it. I said, I have no problem quote tweeting you and still boosting you to the public. I said, not sure how you expect the insult to hit though. Diamond 2.0, and I laugh. And I go, let's handle these one by one. These seem to be insane projections. I said, I'm glad Hayoka makes the mask come off from you. So it wasn't about my well-being. It was about you not working for my YouTube anymore. It wasn't about the fact that Matt Chirino screwed me over. Noted. You would have been made whole if Matt Chirino gave you back pay, and they didn't. I said, yes, I have to go call people out. What are you going to do about it? I said, aren't you cucking your husband by traveling overseas to events? There are certain people There's certain people asking me if I slept with you when you visited here. Let the FGC know if I slept with you. I said let the FGC know if I slept with you. She's not going to answer that. You're clearly under pressure here, and I'm reversing a narcissistic triangulation. I do not care if my wife cucked me. It was a fake relationship to begin with. The reality is she cucked the whole FGC. You're all under her control. I got away. So yeah, like, my wife was sleeping around with the FGC, so like I'm glad I'm separated from her. And like I'm not gonna throw her under the bus. Other than that, it's the truth. It's the truth. It's documented at this point. Like, Dominion bringing up my unborn son and stuff and drug use. It's not random. It's coordinated. It's a coordinated. I'm a targeted individual. This is coordinated. Okay, so second thing, I said, this is about me sleeping around. I said, you're right, I'm not a pimp. Sleeping with many objects. So because, like, you know, when you sleep around people, you objectify them. They're not people, they're sexual objects. This is why narcissism is bad. It's loser behavior, and I said it's loser behavior and it's feminine. I was copying the behavior of my parents. So I said, so is she. And you're correct. When you're in a narcissistic abuse, you make excuses for your abuser. I'm glad we got that straight. She got a child and a visa out of it. I said the troubling part is Raul should have not been born with these conditions. I said I'm under witchcraft, so I didn't know any better. It was non-consensual. My wife is also non-binary too, so I did not know this. So my wife is actually non-binary. I did not know she was non-binary. And I didn't know she was bisexual. So my wife is bisexual. I did not know that. I thought she was just straight. She never told me she was bisexual. She was like, oh, these girls are friends. Seriously, I had no idea. And I said I wouldn't have married either under those conditions. Incomplete information. So the next one. This is about the YouTube channel. I said, this is a projection. I'll see the logic through. You said you were my friend, but you cried because you couldn't work for my YouTube anymore. You understood that I was under massive pressure for not having a salary for a whole year, only to throw it in my face. I said, you're arguing with Shadow NYCFurby. The judge error of me no longer exists. That was when people were trying to cast occult spells on me. You say nothing until now. And I say, you want me to be a victim. I'm big, blessed, and highly favored. I do believe this. And the entire mess of my life is out to the public. Let's not forget that I'm under gag order and I cannot talk about specific people in the FGC. Tweet number 5 says, I have no desire to come back to the FGC. There's a separation that I'm glad to have done. Things couldn't be any better. I said, I don't blame the devil. I think the devil tricked her. And this is why I say narcissistic men desire trans women. I said, if I knew this back then, I would have left the FGC. This is nothing more than a projection. The FGC's interests are not my own interests. And I think that's very obvious. We do not have the same interests. Like, I'm a child of God. I said, and this is the last one where I say, yes, I'll talk about it. I'm as broke as hell, but I'm healthy. You have to continue waiting. I said, if you're sick, it's the result of the satanic seal that was created when I entered a fraudulent marriage, and you know it. I said, thanks for publicly admitting that your body is receiving 10x karma death. You shouldn't have cooperated with my wife. I had nothing to say except I will take care of you when I can, like I've been saying. Because, like, yeah, I don't have any money. Like, I just do these videos. And, which is fine. Like, guys, like, I don't need worldly things. Like, I have hands and legs. Like, I'm intelligent. Like, I can talk and type and write and keep you guys interested. Like, you know, like, I'm really grateful. I'm just grateful to be alive. Like, I don't need material things. Like, God is good. God is good to me. God is great to me. Seriously. Like, I don't need anything. Like, even if I'm broke, like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, I'm just glad, you know, I'm glad to be alive. So, and I say, don't be jealous of my calling to heaven. I won't be going back down to the crabs. And I tell her, I'm sorry things had to be like this. And, you know, I really am sorry. Like, like, so someday when I get a chance, like, I'll go into details of, how I got my wife. Like, I mean, I'm not even mad at her anymore. Like, my kid is just suffering. My kid is just suffering. That's all I'm thinking about. Like, my son doesn't deserve this. He doesn't deserve this. Like, I don't care about myself. And I show my YouTube analytics, and so you have to wait. So here, guys. So here's my YouTube analytics. It's reversed, but you can see on the right, you know, like I'm only making $153 in the last month of these videos. You know, like, so it's not about the money. I've lost 587 subs, so like I'm actually bleeding subs on YouTube and Twitch as I do these videos, which I don't care about. I don't care if I lose subs. Like, this is a complete alignment switch. Like, I just need the truth out there. Like, I don't care. I don't care. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for now. So yeah, long story short, Felice is part of my cancellation arc. I had a lot of nice things to say about her in the past. She saw it differently. I still don't hate her. I do have to defend myself though. And I think this is satanic steal because, again, as I'm doing simulation updates, people are reacting. Felice is a reaction to what I've done to trans people in the last update. I'll get into simulation theory on another day. I want to say what you guys think in the comments. And at this point, since I know I'm in the Matrix, I know how to control the simulation, there's literally no reason for me to be mad anymore. Call me crazy all you want. See y'all in the comments. Hope that was a good one. Once again, if you want to help Felice, her X account is Frelissimo. Frelissimo. God bless her. I have no beef against her. I acknowledge I owe her 3,000. Yes, I'll get her as soon as I can. She is in dire straits. She has kidney problems, all that sort of stuff, right? Her projecting on me and saying whatever, like balding fuck, you know, fat, whatever, it's fine. I don't care. Okay. Like, she's jealous. It's fine. Like, I wish she was on the winning team. She's probably gonna open a GoFundMe, so definitely keep a lookout for that. Yeah, and donate to her. Like, don't donate to me, just donate to her. Donate to her. Like, I want to see her sick. All right. Anyway, bye.